Good morning, everyone. We are going to be doing coffee paste texturizing. We're going to do some light and fluffy, of course. And now we have some stencil butter.
And some new stencils, don't forget that.
Oh, yes, and some new stencils. I haven't listed them yet. It's because I kind of wanted to get you guys'
Oops, was I supposed to talk about them?
Yeah, no, that's of course.
Okay.
Hey, good morning. P.
Good morning. M.
Patricia.
Mariah.
PM
Your
Artist
studio.
All right, look at us. It's like we've done this a few times.
Yeah, wow.
That was a good one.
It was a good one.
Seriously, wow.
We'll just have to copy and paste this in the next one. Right?
So I moved the P's having to sit up really, and I'm kind of having to go down
because
here. She's on the short chair.
I'm on the short chair.
All right.
Mariah's slumping. I have to sit up.
Yes, but okay.
Not too much.
Good morning, Judy, Ann, Robin, Leslie, Lisa. Oh, our new Robin. We have two Robins now. Lori B. Awesome. Hey, the crew is here. Alrighty.
Okay, well, it's way small for my...
Yeah, that's why she's not in charge of the chat, y'all. Okay.
That would be true.
All right. Let's see. Yes, we just got good mornings. Just making sure, you know, we're not asking questions right out of the...
Everybody's here. All my stuff's set up over yonder.
Over yonder. We've been working hard. And man, did we love having a Saturday to really get things situated, cleaned up. I don't know if you can see in the background here, but...
Yeah. It really is. And I just wanted to just tell everyone that I mean, I just had a little time this morning. I did comment on some of them, but I didn't go into depth on any of them. The projects everyone is working on are fabulous.
Yes.
I mean, I'm
We're proud.
We're very, I feel like a
We're
proud
proud
parent.
that we have this group of awesome people. So thank you. That's on you guys. It's not really.
And it's I mean, it pushes me.
We've got 3 Robins.
Oh my goodness, really?
All right, well. All right, where's our 3rd Robin? If you're in California, it's just going to be crazy. All of our Robins in California.
Seriously.
That would be funny. Okay, I'm going to send P over. We're going to get started. Lots of texturizing, not rustification today. Texturization. That's what we're doing. All right, sending you over to P's side. There she is. And no border for you guys. That's just for y'all.
Lose that border.
Yes.
I don't like borders if they're doing wonky things because I guess I must have a little bit of motion sickness when I'm
something like that. Oh, you can see one of my wires here. Look at that.
Oh, it might affect your performance on your...
We were having some technical difficulties with the camera because it was keying in on one of the wires. I don't know. We need like a whole system up here. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
One of these days.
Okay, well, actually what we're going to do right off the bat is we're going to mix.
Okay, I think...
But shall I show some of the projects?
I think all 3 Robins are in California.
Oh, seriously? How funny is that?
Oh, goodness. That is so funny. All right, well, you know.
Yeah.
It's part of our demographic is Robins in California.
There you go. There you go. No. Okay, I'm going to put those aside for a minute, but I don't want to forget.
All right, as we often do. Hey, and look, there we go. That was the thumbnail. That was what we ended up with last week, and kind of was the little trial run, and we were like, okay, yeah, we really are onto something with the coffee paste, because we tested it out, but then it was like, ooh, mixing it with the light and fluffy, creating that gradient. I'm so in love with that piece, and it's photographed brilliantly. Like, it really showed it. So if you are new, don't really know what I'm talking about with this particular one, be sure to check out our, I think it's on our page. Yes, it would be on the PM Artist Studio page of Facebook. If you aren't a part of our group, please come on over. Fill out the questions. We are not going to accept you if you do not fill out the questions. And that's that, as far as all that is concerned.
Okay, here's the texture paste. Did I put that down?
That was after, yeah. So remember, this was kind of one of the last things I did last week, which was adding the color sprays to
I can't
what
turn
P
it.
had gel printed. Oh, I still have the little thing connected. 1 second. I'll be right back.
We had a little wire issue
Yeah,
here because we took them all down
Yeah, there was some.
when we were doing cleaning. Say you shouldn't clean, it just messes.
goodness.
Oh, there we go. Messed up our camera.
Hopefully I didn't mess it up.
Okay, I'm just going to talk about this for a minute because the paste that I
Yeah,
mixed
we're
up
good.
last week was a little on the grainy side, but I went ahead and used the textured gesso to go over it,
Yeah.
matte finish, to make sure that it wasn't like flaking off. And now, I mean, it's solid. It's
Yeah,
not
so that was
going-
one, oh, good morning, Violet. That was one thing with the coffee paste texture business is that it gets a little flaky.
Yeah,
But, you know.
it does. Now I have some lined up here that I'm going to do. Look at these little notes that Mariah made me do. But I'm not going to do those until I get my texture paste mixed up. Okay? All right.
All right.
We're ready to go.
Actually, I'm going to push your camel a little bit. I did get it a little wonky when I tugged at it. I'm going to bring it back just a little bit that way.
Okay.
I think we're good there.
All right. So initially,
There we go.
my mixes, and I did mix up more of each, and I don't. Can you tell a difference in those?
I can. So we have a darker one and then maybe one with a little milk in it.
Yeah.
a little
It's
latte.
kind of grayed out, and I think it needs a little bit of warming up, which I may go ahead and do that. But anyway, what's this? Oh, this is the one that was ended up on the floor. I have one of my.
It's amazing. See, when you clean, you also find the things that you've been missing.
I think what happened was it was on the edge of my finger and it fell off, and you know, and I knew it at the time, but later on we just didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I've got my really messy folder thing here so that I don't mess up my. I like to have a clean thing for my gel plate. I think it's important to know what color you're mixing. All right, I'm mixing from a little
Yeah.
dish.
What is? Oh, this is your mixing. I'm like, holy
This is
cow!
my
What is
mixing.
that board behind there? That is. Crazy.
Oh, is it really messy? Is it really distracting?
I don't know. Hey, let us know in chat, guys. I'm
Yeah,
like,
kind of hard to see colors.
we could put a piece of paper underneath.
We could.
There you go.
Yeah, I could do that. That's easily done.
Awesome.
That more better?
Way better.
Okay.
Because that other stuff was, yeah, that's kind of similar thing to the gel plate. Like if it's all mucked up.
Mucked up?
Mucked up.
Okay. All right. So we're going into a whole new realm of mixing today because I'm going to try some different stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just simply because I want to get a little bit. Both of these are pretty cool in the color realm of things. So I want to get something a little warmer, but I also want to try some of our new products that we received. Now Mariah can tell you more about these.
Okay, so hold on, I'm just gonna. There we go. I finally have that out of my face. Let's get it.
Okay,
Hang
we're
on.
going to start off with one scoop.
Well, I'll wait to talk about the stencil butters like when we get them. But basically, as I had posted about it, was that I had reached out to the Crafters Workshop and asked them if they had any bigger containers of the Light and Fluffy because we loved it so much. And they said no, unfortunately, the 8-ounce was it. And then she's like, but would you, since you love the Light and Fluffy so much, we would like to kind of send some other samples to you. Would you be interested in that? I'm like, well, of course. I mean, who says no to sampling things? So they sent us, like, I think every color of the stencil butter. And this stuff is awesome. It's
Yeah.
somewhere, like, okay, it has a shiny, almost iridescent shine to it.
As you see, I'm measuring exactly here.
It's
That's a teaspoon.
It's a teaspoon. It's a little dollop, a little dip off the tip.
Now, the reason I'm doing this is not just because of the. I want to see. You know how Seth's, the grainy stuff. What is it called? Diamond.
Oh, the diamond glaze stuff that we like
Yeah,
so much.
I really like that. It has a bit of shine to it, and I thought.
Well, it has
what-
the glitter in it.
It does, but I thought, well, why not go ahead and see if I can get some of that going on.
Oh, is it dark on you guys' end? You may want to turn up your screen. I mean, we have it. I just want to blast it out. But we can. I can move the light ever so slightly. Don't get too... There we go. How's that?
Well, sure.
Hopefully that's a little better.
That's better for me.
We again are adjusting for the lights because everything sort of got moved around and adjusted. It's a...
All right, now I'm really liking this little dish.
Yeah.
Because I think
And now I'm just noticing which dish she has, which is one of our kitchen dishes now that I guess is going to be a studio dish.
We used to, when I had my studio in the garage many years ago, if we wanted anything to measure with, like spoons or cups or whatever, this is when I was doing batiki, they'd have to go out in the garage and get them.
It's really ridiculous.
Okay.
It's all for the art. All for the art.
All for the art. So we're just going to take what we have there. I have no idea if that's what we're going to need, if we need more. Tell you right now, we're going to need more modeling paste. I'd have got a little carried away with the coffee there.
She's a bit dry on her mix.
Yes. This is a bit...
It's like cake batter, you know. You got to have the right amount of...
Oh, well, here, I know what I'll do. Before, I want to get this into the range.
Are you going to put some golden in there?
I am. I'm going to put Mariah's favorite, burnt umber.
Oh, let me tell you my joke about burnt umber. How is it that they don't get it right? It's always burnt or raw.
I do have raw, but I don't have
So
raw.
Izzy asked me the other day if I had a joke that I liked, and I was like, no, not really. I don't like jokes, but I like funny people. So, but that is actually one joke that I find quite funny.
Some cream.
I don't know why. It's very silly.
We're moistening and coloring at the same time.
Lisa has a pretty good booger joke, too. She
Yes.
told that in the group the other day. It's not booger green. It's not. You get it? It's not.
Like I said, this is a really messy.
Oh.
I had coffee all over the place.
Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah, it's just... The funny thing is it starts out like, you know, the coffee grounds. So then it lays out and gets kind of, you know, strung about the kitchen while it dries. And then it gets moved up. Hey, I like that color, though.
I do, too.
That's a nicer, warmer. Because we really, like, each one that she has mixed up tends to be a bit more kind of grayed out, like you said. So we've got to warm it up.
Warm it up. All right, I'm going to add a bit more paste just for body and consistency. And you will notice that in the cleaning process, always bad-mouthing cleaning.
But yet here she is, you know.
Look at
Sometimes
the
it's important.
spatulas that we found that I knew I had.
Again, cleaning. Because we cleaned off the shelves up here that I've been wanting to do. So it got like, you know, those things. It's like the back of the refrigerator or the back of the pantry. That's what happens with these shelves. That's why you don't want anything too deep. We used to have, remember that pantry that we had at the Via house?
Oh my goodness.
It was the worst. It was like this little closet thing and everything would just get pushed to the back and, you know, then it doesn't exist any longer. Really, you only need about like usable space of like this much.
Yeah, I think you should have 1 can's width.
Yeah, 1 can width.
And then you can see everything.
That's right. You just
All
need
right,
a long hallway.
That was lovely. That was a good call on my part.
Yeah.
See, peaks,
Loft.
loft.
Not
It's a
lift.
bit like your brownie mix. You want to make sure, you know, that it's stiff enough you can get it smooshed around your pan without it, you know,
Smooshed around the right amount.
going back to the other end while you're fixing that end. It stays put. I don't know. I'm kind of liking this. It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Looks like coffee, maybe with a little cinnamon in it.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? That's a
I
cappuccino, right? Don't they
do
put a
like-
little cinnamon in a cappuccino?
I don't
Maybe
know.
a little
I
bit.
like it. And here's my little coffee jar. I have my coffee in.
Like it. Now, did you mix the right amount? Is it going to fit in there?
Oh, yeah. I did sort of think this through when I was...
Sort of.
Because I knew what and the reason I hate mixing in these jars, these little things that Felicia provided me with are really good, but they still don't get that rim there. There's always a little area there that never gets...
Yeah, we should reach out to the spatula people and tell them, you know, if you just made one of these with a little...
Well, I do have one, but I cut too much off the end of it.
Yeah, I see that. You really did kind of give it a...
Yeah.
Too much of a haircut.
And then...
And then going to grow back. That's one you should have started with a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Well, actually, it fits in the smaller. You noticed I've got jars that are tall, and this is interesting because this is exactly the same jar that...
Oh, look at that.
So I was pretty excited about the jars. Okay, cleaning off my spatula here, and, you know, getting crusty coffee bits about.
Yeah.
Knew that would happen. And the nice thing about
it's kind of like going to the beach. You know you're going to bring some sand back.
Those spatulas, I'm going to hand this to Mariah, and she's going to take it.
Okay, here, I'll...
Because it'd be a lot easier for it to be clean. Just set it in the water.
Okay.
No need. I'll clean it up later.
Okay.
But all right. So we've got a warm coffee paste and two. Where'd my other one go? Oh, two sort of in betweens there. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. So, FYI, Marigold and Gamboge from the Crafters Workshop. It's called Stencil Butter. Go figure. Didn't even know there was such a thing. Okay, moving those aside because I may bring those back in later. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use those plain. We do have some examples of testing them out, of course. All right, so jumping right in. We're going to grab this, which I talked to you about earlier. Okay, these are prints that I call wall prints. What does this say? Oh, I need to use, look at this, puzzle stencil and coffee paste. I'll tell you what.
Look at her leaving herself notes. That's awesome. I love
notes. It. I swear I'm losing it.
I'm having somewhat of a
proud parent moment.
Oh yeah, a happy daughter moment. But you know.
And this one says stencil 1, clean off 1. Okay.
Were these your notes from last week?
Well, we never got to this.
Yeah. Well, we always try to plan to have more. So that way, you know, we just don't know how long something's going to take, or because we want to be able to chat with you guys, or if we need to stop on something, so we try to prepare more.
And I always think that it's good to have things so that your viewers can actually get involved. Okay, I'm going to try to replicate what I did here. Now, I don't know. You know how that works. When you're on camera and you're going, oh gosh, I really got to make this work, and it really, really doesn't. So, let's start with some of the dark on this side, then we're going to go to this one, and then last we'll go to this one, and if we have room, and I haven't, you know, used up too much space, I'm even going to go with a swipe of
Well, what if you went, you know, top to bottom, because that's going to give you more room to do your gradient. See, I don't know what's gradients. See? Can you flip it around there a little bit? Because yeah, she likes kind of one of the
my plate.
Right, and when you're stenciling, kind of try to keep it in a natural direction for your arm, for what you're used to doing, because you will have greater success.
Yes, you will.
Because if you're trying to kind of, you know, push things and do weird things, it's gonna get in weird spots, and that's usually when you get kind of some of the gloppy things. I mean, there's about a million reasons why that happens, but. You know, set yourself up for success.
Oh, I can just tell you right now, this is,
That is some thick stuff.
This is some thick stuff.
That's kind of like the volcano ash type.
This John David could use around the edge of his little, you know, his boxes.
His boxes.
I can hook you up with some of this, John.
I don't know if he comes and watches us live.
I don't think he does.
Should give him a hard time about that.
I am going to give him a hard time about that. Say, your name was mentioned, and we
you
talked
should
about
go watch.
you. Okay, now here, this is more of what we need.
Yeah, that's a nicer So that's...
But see, I still have some of that other on my...
Yeah.
And I do kind of try to do that.
You know, you're blending.
I'm blending. And look, isn't this wonderful? I knew I needed this.
Did you know you needed that?
I knew I needed it.
I'm going to try to push that light over just a little bit more for you.
So chuffed about that.
Chuffed. I don't know what she's
That's
chuffed about this chuffed word.
English.
I looked it up. I don't think you're using it right.
I am too. It means you're really excited and you're, you know, you really like what happened.
Ooh. That's nice. So that's the new one.
That's the new one. I'm going to have to come back and add a little bit more of the... I don't know if this is going to be too stark.
What? What is... Oh, just the light and fluffy?
Yeah. And
yeah, you kind of need the...
I might have to mix a little bit of something else.
Yeah, you need a fourth.
So I'll just put that up there at the top. This is the other reason that, you know, when we were designing stencils, I told her, I said, leave me enough room that I have a landing space where I can, you know, come off.
Yeah, so we leave heavy borders. Like, I mean, it's a little... It's one of those things. Like, I could either give you more pattern, or it's really quite nice to have that extra border on there. It's like you said, it gives you a place to start and bring it from, and then also to land.
Because I don't have to worry about smooshing out on my actual...
And a place to hold. Sometimes you kind of need a...
I mean, some of those stencils do not give you... Okay,
No.
I think this is going to be absolutely bloody marvelous, but I don't know.
Ooh.
Voila.
Voila. Man, that's cool looking.
Isn't it?
All right, hold on there. You're flipping the
I am.
stencil
Okay,
around.
I'm sorry.
You're making the
All right,
camera
I'm going to
crazy.
try to do this, and this is always not such a good idea because you mess up your other thing.
Did you forget that it's still dry, and then you know,
do a swipe across there, and all of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh, smooshed it out.
All right, so for those of you that are new, what P's doing here is doing the wipe off, and a lot of times when you see those pictures or when you see the things that we've done, and it has that cool like just outline look to it, that's how she does it, because she's not wasting any product.
And I'm also cleaning off my stencil.
Yeah, so it's a win-win for sure. Somewhat.
Because I do take it in and scrub it up.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You should with the stencil paste stuff, or the texture paste. Any of that.
I don't with the gel plate. I just consider it part of its character, and once it reaches a certain point in age, it gets retired to, you know, an actual.
But the texture paste builds up and like
It
will
will
fill
close off your little areas.
And it's very hard to get off, like kind of once it's dried. It's one of those things. I mean, it will eventually. You could probably soak it, and it would come up. But
here's the thing: hold on to one end, do a little lift.
And this was kind of like how Lisa was doing her thing the other day. If you guys haven't watched how Lisa does her embossed covers, man, that was a great video. Seriously, great video.
Right,
and she's loving the light and fluffy.
Take that to the sink.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is a little stark. Might knock that down just a little bit, but I love what happened over here. I love it. I think it's absolutely spot on, wonderful. Got a little texture paste here, which I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll just Mariah's in there washing. She won't know what I'm doing here. Add a little more of a break there.
Oh, hey, Violet. And Violet was our winner of our of the stencils we did, what, last week before? Oh, goodness, time flies, doesn't it? When you're having fun.
yeah, cleaned that off.
Looky there.
And I think that that looks really cool.
I don't know. We'll see. Printer's down on that one. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, put that over there. The other thing about this coffee paste, it dries very rapidly.
Very quick.
And that's a good thing. And it's a bad thing because you can see.
I think that's one of the reasons it flakes too, like, because there isn't a, you know, you got to work with the bonding agent that you're adding in. Like, that would change it up.
Yeah. That would.
You know, you could even put in, how much, did you put in Pasto in it, right?
In this, no.
No.
I am going to in this.
Okay.
The really dry one.
Yes.
I'm going to hand this to you, Mariah, for you to, because I don't want to accidentally
Yep, bump it.
bump
Okay.
it.
And
Because I'm going to try to get my white paper down on here since no one likes my grody surface.
It's a little.
It's a little bit grody. Okay. Coffee paste and
Well, we love the artiness of it. It's just not great for camera.
No. It's really not. Okay, now already on here I've used the window stencil, and I don't really know what to call this. This is the one that it doesn't work very well for texture paste because you can see there's no connecting things there. We're trying to work into that, but that hasn't happened yet. But I'm kind of excited about this one that Mariah made because I just...
Now, this is the one that if you want to order it, you must let me know in the notes, or, you know, just contact me before you place the order and let me know that you want the special stencil. You have to order the lattice one and then say that you want the special stencil. I'm not listing it. I'm not making it something that just anybody could just order just because. You have to have been here and know this. Or just popped in the live at the right time. That works.
Or that. Okay, now, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get this to come right to the edge. But you see I've got some over down here. So I'm probably going to try to stop or just fade that out before I get down there, before I go off the page. You know, that may not happen. I don't know. Once you have your original swipe of this stuff, it's going to stay put. You can lift your finger up and move on. No, I may be sorry. I used the darker. Should have used coffee. But now see this nice border I've got over here?
Yeah.
Boy, does that ever work. So stencil companies,
especially when you're using these heavier pastes and things, because you've got to really kind of give it some good push.
some good push.
Some good push. So you need those rails. It's a lot like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with laying concrete, but that's why they put those forms and how they, you know, bring those boards across to really flatten it all out, because you need to be able to and go through and take out the bubbles. We lay texture paste like concrete. Oh, I'm hoping this, I think this is going to look really cool. Now watch your hand. Don't mess up your stuff that you've already done, because you did so well.
Yeah, thank you for that little.
I almost need like one of those little things that they put in the pizza boxes. You know, just like to rest your hand on to keep you from hitting your stenciled area on the one side.
Yeah, and you can go in a circular motion, and I'm using wipes that I don't really love, and Costco hasn't had their wipes for a while, and I like them because they don't fiberize, and after a while, if you end up with some wispy things on your stencil, it's from your...
So, Robin, you can either, this is the Robin's creative space, Robin. You can go to our Etsy or on our store on our website, either place. We have a sale going on, I think, till the end of the month. So this time would be good. And then just order it looks exactly like this, but this is the broken lattice. And just in the notes say that you want the broken lattice.
I mean, you can actually make the other one. You can just stop. But this one has some little dings in it that are intentional.
Yeah, it fades off. It's like, that's why I call it the broken lattice. or as Judy calls them, the Secret Society stencil. That's what she put in her notes. I would like the Secret Society stencil.
That's really funny.
I was like, ooh, I have to use that. Might even put that on the... I might have even actually written that on the... I think I might have put it on the little packaging.
Okay, I've still got a little bit of stuff here. I want to make sure I've cleaned off my...
I like that color, though. I mean, it's almost kind of a haystack. I don't know. Ralph Lauren used to have a paint. Remember? That's what we painted the fireplace.
Okay, I'm going to try
She's ignoring me.
I'm just... No, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not. I'm trying to get this where I need it.
Well, and Robin, after the live or whatever, I'll send you a link so you can kind of get over there and you don't have to go searching. We need a moderator. Anybody up for that job? And then you can drop links in for me. I would do it, but I'm always so nervous that I'm going to hit the wrong thing and then shut the live stream down. Try to keep it simple. Got to keep it simple, y'all.
Okay, now you can see I changed it out because I wanted to take out some of the more solid. Okay, now this is the third pass. So I am not wasting any of that.
Kylie! Awesome!
And I think that looks really super
That looks
fantastic
super
on
fantastic.
this. I knew that this would be a good one.
It is a good one.
It is a good one. Okay. Alright, I've got this pretty well cleaned off.
I'll go put it in the sink.
You don't have to. I think it's fine.
Robin was saying, I'm going to call her OG Robin, because she was our original Robin.
Oh, look.
See, that's good, and we'll keep that.
Just keeps on giving.
That'll show up in something at some point in time.
It will.
But she was saying that she had some trouble with the Light and Fluffy staying on. Like, she had washed it, but there was still a little residue on there. Yeah, that stuff, it's just a...
I have a soft nail brush.
And what's lovely about the Yupo stencils is that you can get that rough with them. Most of them. Now, we always like to kind of say, whoa, hold on a second with that. The more cuts and the more delicate little connection points.
Flowers, I don't recommend taking the nail brush.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise you're going to tear some things. Or if you want that, that's fine too. Like, we're totally... The rustification of your stencil is up to you. Just know that that can happen.
Yeah.
In those smaller connection points.
If you don't have
everybody's cooking. Judy's got us on the big screen. That's awesome.
Awesome.
How do we look on the big screen? I hope okay.
Okay, here we go again. This says coffee paste, but I'm taking my clue. See that? I may go with my the one that has a little bit more yellowy to it.
That's nice.
Because I think it's going to pick up some of those
Although the dark might be really kind of cool with that stark gray tone to it. Stone. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. Really quick, because you know she's going to make a decision anyway. Oh my gosh.
Decisions right now. I'm walking over here. I'm walking over here.
She's choosing the stencil.
Off
of the stencil rainbow.
Off the stencil rainbow. Hey, did y'all see that?
God. So she bought the little arm thing to shoot the videos that, of course, we're still waiting for.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I need my...
Well, what if you did the flowers again?
I don't want to do those
See, she
ones.
won't.
I think that's just too boring.
I don't know what her deal is about that. She thinks it's boring. I don't know. Let us know, guys. Let us know.
I'm trying to find my little flowers, but I think that my little flowers are going to be too little. Yeah, I'm going to go with these. I'm just not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do some of the flowers.
Okay. Robin Mack says she thinks that you should, yes, she liked the color that you picked to begin with, the lighter brown, the one you just mixed.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Yeah, I concur. I concur. Oh, I absolutely love these spatulas.
Oh, original Robin has this on the big screen as well. All right, awesome.
Well, I'll have to...
I know, if I knew that, I really made sure I put the makeup on or something. I really would. This is about as good as it gets. All right.
I'm going to kind of try to go, I don't know. It just depends. If I slob it over there, I'll just go with it.
Now, this is also one of those stencils that is not available. Like, this is a PM special. Only friends of PM get. And if we correspond and you really want this one, you need to let me know. Like, I don't just say, hey, that's the one I'm sending to you, because it takes a long time to cut because it is very jagged and very it has the rustification. I'm using that. I love that. It's going to become our thing.
Okay, again, I'm holding it down, lifting it up, saying, oh yeah, I like it. I like it.
I like how you even, like, she didn't fill in all of the spots and just kind of cut it out there in that one area.
See up there, that's
it blobs.
That's what happens occasionally.
But this is also one of the reasons I don't want to just give it to anybody. Like, you have to understand that there's some organic nature to this.
There really is, and it's
not only in its subject matter, but in its ability to how you use it. Oh.
I don't know. I think that this just needs something, and I'm not sure it needs this color. I think that this is going to get lost in the mix there.
I was about to say, I'm really would love that, but okay.
We're going to go dark.
All right. Hey, a lot of people have us on their TV.
What?
They're watching us on their big TV. That's
awesome.
Oh,
Seriously.
Oh. I do. I like the dark with this. That's a nice. I always that charcoaly gray with oranges and yellows. It was very popular a few years back. It's a good color combo. That's why.
Okay.
Nice.
Now I'm going to clean off on this side over here.
I think I agree with this.
It doesn't happen all the time.
No.
By the way.
It doesn't.
Talked to me the other day. I just don't know why you don't listen to me. And I said, you know why I do listen to you. I just don't always do what you want me to do because I don't feel like it's the right thing to do. Now, this is where you get hung up on those little flimsy flower parts. And I looked at this one day and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like spider webs. What has happened? Well, those little whimsical wobbly things that had been grabbing little fibers from the baby wipes.
We're starting to make connections. It does it on the cogs,
on
the
cogs
gears,
and on puzzle.
In fact, I think some of when I created the mask version of the cogs and gears, I think some of those connection points were actually like from the fibers.
Yeah, because some of them were almost totally clogged up.
Oh yeah.
The arteries were.
Because that was the one that ended up in my journal.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna hand you this.
Okay. Handing over.
Handing over.
You guys want to see that?
Okay, and Mariah, I'm gonna let you take that away because I don't.
Okay.
I'm just worried about those little spots there, and not to worry, I'm going to reuse this particular. I'll clean that off pretty good.
Okay. You're on your own for a minute.
Now I want to talk about, this is my green that I mixed up the other day. And I really, really like it a lot. It doesn't have a lot of loft because I put too much liquid in it. So, FYI, when you're mixing them, make sure that you kind of test it out a little bit. This is right on the verge of being smushy. And you know what I mean when I say smushy, because it will go places that you don't necessarily want it to go. I do have a little bit of a wipe off here, but it's really not very, it's not very strong. So I'm going to go over here to my new batch of, okay, I've got arrows. I don't think arrows is going to work. That might be kind of nice.
Oh, that's one of the new ones.
Yeah. I do like these X's because they're kind of wiggly wobbly. But my favorite for this is, I think, maybe this one. So I think this is going to bring in this with this, I think. I don't know.
That's funny.
What?
Oh, I'm reading back the chat here, so let's see. Yeah, the flower stencil, it really is an awesome one to have. And Robin just let me know, one of our new Robins. So Kylie says she got her times mixed up. She thought it was at 4 p.m. PNM time, not PM Scotland time.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
That's funny. That's some good stuff. Ah, Carrie's here. Or was Carrie here earlier?
Carrie was here earlier.
Okay, sorry. You've been kind of quiet in the chat. She's probably working on things.
Okay, it's okay. It's a nice texture there. And I'm going to go ahead over here where it's a little bit lighter.
This is looking very, kind of Robin McClendon-y.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. But it's in her color range and sort of with the...
the only thing I need to do here is I need to wait for this to dry, and then I need to put some shiny over it all.
Well, I think we need to... Ooh, that looks great.
Doesn't it?
So that's the Blip Blop rocks that we created for Mo. That's in the middle, the white, with the light and fluffy.
Because
it fades.
Big one's on one side, the little one on the other side, so you have them both in the same spot.
I don't know if I have that one. I can put that in the shop. I have some things because I wanted you guys to kind of see some of these newer stencils and say, yes, are you going to show the new ones, the bigger ones and stuff?
What bigger one?
That I just created, the brand new ones.
Brand new.
Like the half circles and, bowls and cups. We called it bowls and cups. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're sort of deciding.
I'm not in love with it yet.
Yeah, she's not in love with it, so that's why I didn't get listed. Because she's like, I really just don't like the size. But I ended up making some little ATC sizes that I like the pattern of. So I think being able to offer those two options, like in the 5x7 and then the ATC size. So.
Well, that kind of blobbed out. It's okay. all is well. Just adding some different...
Leslie, I wish you would show that in the... Why don't you just post it in Makers? Come on now. Leslie made a glue book. She needs to post that stuff.
Yes, she does.
We'll love on you.
And we like us some mixed media. Okay, I'm really loving what happened there.
This thing's been around now, what, 3 weeks? It's got a little bit of every show in it.
It does. But look at what's happening. I mean, last week I kind of added the circles.
Uh-huh.
Then I added this. This is one of the new little ones.
Yeah, that was the arty one.
And, as an afterthought here, this stuff dries really fast, so I don't have to worry about it. It'll be dry and I can...
Yeah, that's... I've told her, I'm like, don't mess that up. It's getting really good. Carrie was saying she really liked that piece that you were working on. It's like, yes, we know. It's just...
Yeah, it just keeps
But that's one of those things, like, you kind of need some of those things around the studio because it's nice when you don't really have something that, big time you want to work on, but you sort of just want to play around a little bit so you can do that, like, have that little project to work on.
Yeah, see? I mean, I'm just trying to hit the areas here where there really isn't anything. This may become one of those like that one over there and just, because when I put the paste down, it's really hard to work on it until that's really totally dry. And I haven't had any problems with the paste on, being wet because I'm very cautious about that. I think that if this gets on the gel plate, I don't know that it would be a good thing. Yeah. All right, Mariah, I'm going to hand this off because it's drying up and it's not moving about.
I'm going to go move that around.
Okay, and here's what your hands look like. I started off with some good stuff going on. I'm going to put this aside because I do want to come back to this and do some more printing on it. Okay, what do we have left over here? Okay, we've got a few more. I'm just going to do this with, and then we'll move on to something else. Okay, this is pretty powsy-wowsy bright and ooh, yeah, this was, Mariah, I don't know what she did with it. Izzy stamped on it. This is from a side of a box that's insulated, you know, that protects your refrigerator. Somebody donated it to the cause here. I'm trying to find something I want to use here. Okay, I don't know. This might be a little bit dense. But I don't have to, remember, I don't have to go everywhere. I can choose spots.
Right, and remember that's the one from the set of 7. That's the kind of 4-piece one. Oh, you went kind of blurry. You moved quick, didn't you? Move your hand up. There you go. And come down. And are we back? I don't know. The cameras are just being really weird today. I think it's probably lighting.
Do I need more?
Oh,
Right.
goodness. Oh, goodness.
How's that?
Well, good.
How's that, ladies and gentlemen?
Great lighting. We're still blurry.
Oh. Do I need to wait a minute?
Just give it a second. Hey, there's the paste, guys.
There it is.
See, mine was doing that earlier. I don't...
Is it working?
Yeah. I mean, it'll pop in here in a second. I'm feeling like... What did you move about? Oh, there we go. Hello.
Was that
Yes.
a good? We're
Yes,
good?
we're good.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see here.
Well, that really is not doing all that much. It's creating a texture. It's a real texture.
Yes. Remember last week was we went all about the, you know, real texture versus
And this is very dangerous. See,
Yeah.
I just laid it down on top of some other stuff.
actual. Actual versus visual.
Actual versus visual.
There we go.
And I don't know. I'm just going to take
Oh,
a
hello, Heather. Welcome.
run at this.
Oh, so that is the...
Yeah.
That's one of the ones that you get with the set of 7. I don't really have a name for it. I call it
I just think
geometric Polynesian is what I call it. Because it's kind of...
Wow.
Well, I don't know. It's sort of tribal, but I don't like that term because I don't really think it fits it either. I don't know. Let me know. I'll rename it. It's just one of the set of 7.
really trying to get all I can.
Oh, Robin, thanks for joining us. Yeah, check back in. Be sure to like the video. Hey, everybody, if you would, just give us a little quick thumbs up on the video right now. That would be super duper awesome. Very much appreciated and helps us big time with the whole YouTube algorithm.
Okay.
Whether you're watching replay or...
This may be another one we come back to.
Okay, yeah, I think it needs a little more... maybe some stencil butter on that one.
Well, I gotta wait for it to dry now.
Yeah, but like she said, this stuff dries pretty quick.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah, that's true. These are
All right,
some,
I'm not
some
gonna
new
wash
mixed...
this one off. I'm a little concerned about it's got some pretty...
It's got some little areas that, yeah, are wispy. But I love those wispy areas actually make me very happy.
Okay, I'm going to
I'll go put it in the sink.
stop with this very quickly. And I'm going to, because I love this, what's going on here with this. And I feel like it needs some of the light to come back in. So we're going to take some Light and Fluffy. And we're just going to randomly in some of the areas where we don't have a lot of stuff. That's way too much.
Yeah, and this one is, this is one of the new ones. I'm thinking about calling it Jumpin' Jacks, because it kind of looks like jacks whenever you do the ball. And there's a lot of movement to it.
Probably
Ooh, that looks cool.
people out there that don't even know what that is.
That's not true. Let us know.
That's true, Mariah.
Everybody knows what jacks are. You know,
Okay.
ball and jacks. Throw down the ball, pick up the jacks. I'm liking that. I think even in a smaller version would be nice.
I think so too. And I think that one of the things about the breaking up part of it is that it doesn't seem so
Like,
dense.
yeah.
And I'm trying to just get a couple here. That would be my recommendation on this stencil, is to move the X's a little further apart so you could do more.
and then I thought about making a set that all my X's came from Texas. Because we live in Texas. And I was making a whole bundle of X's stencils. Let me know if you think that's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. P actually did get a good chuckle out of it when I mentioned it to her. Because I have like that size of X, and then there's the smaller ones, and now I have sort of the jumpy jacky ones. I say I make them for P.
Yeah.
But see, that would be a cool. All my X's came from Texas. What do you think? What do you guys think?
You're going to have to shrink them down if you want to get them on one
Well, I'll
sheet.
work that out.
Okay.
You get like 3 sizes plus the jumpy jacks. That might be. There we go.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good one. All right, I don't have anything to wipe this off on, and that's what this really nasty looking thing is underneath here.
Robin from Robin Creative Spaces, she has an X in Texas.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, well, Texas gets such bad press. Not everybody here is a redneck.
No, we came from Colorado.
Yeah, actually. Okay, I'm going to try something here because I really love this, and I printed over the top with some kind of transparent stuff, and I think it knocks it back a bit, but then I really love this out here. This cool.
Oh, you're not
black.
going to break up the little transition point?
I'm going to try to.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is going to work, but you know, it's just paper.
Who said? I think it was Robin. Or original Robin.
Somebody did in our group, and I don't know from whence it came. I don't know if that's it. But I think it's just a reminder one needs to. And it is a reminder that you can go over the top of your stencils.
Oh, Judy P says so. To include in the X's from Texas. Just and to write it, like put it in a stencil, like written form. I will work on that. I like the challenge.
I don't know. Would we have a lot of orders from that particular?
I don't know. You wouldn't have to necessarily use that part of the.
Okay, here we go with. This is 3.0.
You have to give me some suggestions on font styles, and I'll see what I can, get licensing and whatnot for. I like I'm just, those are my favorite size of the X's, the littles.
I end up
And I
using
like that
them
row. Because
a lot.
you can use those on ATCs or tags or whatever because you have a nice long strip of them.
And I'm kind of trying to get this side to go with
that
this
side.
and I probably need some turquoise stuff here somewhere.
Well, I was about to say if you would have done the light and fluffy over there with the little X's, I could have then come over and
I
put some sprays on them.
fluffy there.
Well, I know, but if you wanted it over on that other end.
Yeah,
But I could also color the paper
that's
to
true.
bring that in. I'm liking that, though.
Okay,
It's
I'm
interesting.
going to leave this alone right now. But that's, you can always add some more.
Look at all that space you have to put things down over there. Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that? Just being a smart ass.
Oh, there she goes with the language. That's why I have to put the thing on just in case.
Okay.
Oh, I like
Rubby rubby.
Rubby. I like
Rubby
that.
rubby.
It's kind of Halloween-y, but it depends on how you use it. Ooh. Now, which mix was this one?
This is 3.0.
I thought we were still using coffee stuff, and she went to... And don't mix the... For those of you that don't know, because I always have to say this, the 3.0 references the version of black paste that P has mixed up using all sorts of things, but mainly light and fluffy with the Stuart Simple 2.0 black. We don't have the 3.0 black. But I was like, if we could get the 3.0 black and put it in the version 3.0, but then I guess it becomes 4.0. That's the stuff that I have to, like, you know, think about in my brain. She's like, why are you making it so complicated? Like, I just don't want to confuse people. So there you go. There's a guide. And we say guide. Guide.
No recipes.
No recipes. These are not, you know.
Okay, I'm just really mucking this
up.
up.
I sort of like it,
yeah,
though.
It's getting there.
Yeah, that's getting there.
It's getting there. All right, look at this, Mariah. I've gone through everything I said I was going to up to this point. Now we're going to change gears.
Okay, man, I'm getting my workout today, up and down, getting stencils in the sink.
Okay, so
what's next?
What's next? What's next is a whole new. And the nice thing about this stuff is it's already dry on my fingers. I'm going to get rid of this and make sure my spatula is relatively clean because we're going to go to something new. And I kind of did it last week. Y'all remember the circle I did? Well, I have some of Lisa's.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are so cool. And immediately when I saw them, I thought, oh my goodness. I think what I want to do is I want to do the negative part of the stencil, use the negative part of the stencil to create a sort of textural organic border around things. And I'm just leaning towards the first one because I like the softness of it and I think it's going to lend itself really well to this technique.
Now, are you going to, they want to know about the stencil butters. Are you going to bust out some?
Stencil butters? Okay, yeah. I'll put them over here as a reminder. I want to wait. I've got some of those brighter ones.
Oh.
I want my coffee stuff to dry.
Oh, so she's going to layer it on.
Yeah.
I like that idea too.
And I think it's going to work, you know, like the hot pink ones and the orange ones.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think that this will
so
be
don't
good.
worry, guys. It's coming up.
Just you know, keep on reminding me because there's.
She will squirrel.
I will. I will just.
She'll just bust out the gel plate and then it's all over.
Okay, these are some of the little insides.
I did actually include
the frames.
Yeah. And if you want these, like when you're placing an order, if you're watching this, you know, now or in a replay and you're like, ooh, those are really cool stencils, you know, head on over either to our Etsy or to our website. And if you want the outer bits, again, just put in the notes, I would like the outer bits. And I will send them to you. Now, this is only on certain ones.
Yeah, because sometimes this isn't detached because we've actually made a stencil instead of a mask.
Or if you want the inner bits too. I will not, like on the lattice and stuff, keep those because it's just ridiculous.
Don't want them anyway.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But the larger pieces, if you want them, because they're awesome to be able to put on ATCs, things of that nature. P did a whole series of them. What's great is like if you order Dinosaur Stomp, it's a great one. They sort of look like little steaks or cheetah spots, depending on how you color them and lay them out. Remember those ones that look like steaks?
Yeah. I had to keep working on them because I didn't want to have
raw meat
on my. I mean, come on now, folks.
Come on now, sugar.
Oh, okay. So you need to manipulate this around so that you want to go up against the edge.
You don't want to come right at the edge at the beginning because what's going to happen is you just push it under.
You're going to lift it up. But you need to scooch it in there scooch it in.
So it's like you're kind of creating a little bit of a seal. So it holds it in place. And then you have enough to kind of push right there along the edge. And
now
that,
you can come back in and pretty much scrape off excess. But you got to get to it.
And this is the light and fluffy.
This is light and fluffy. And I don't really like hard lines there. I try not to end up with hard lines.
And I will put links. I meant to do that. I just totally like blanked on that. I will put links to Lisa's papers because these are available in her shop. She has different. This is the purple orange. Plums to orange, I believe. Or the grays to orange. Purple, grays, orange. But there's like 3 different ones.
I'm trying not to interrupt my other one that I have going there. But you won't really notice this until you use a transparent glaze over the top of it, and that's when this really comes into
right.
play.
So what she's doing is
so cool.
Yeah, what she's basically doing is prepping this for then she will bust out the gel plate. Don't you worry, because you know
We don't.
that's in every episode.
We have never ever.
Well, that's not true. We've not never ever, but
I don't know. I'm trying to think of
about 80 to 90%. We will be gel printing something. Just because it's fun and P's good at it. That's kind of what we do.
Alright, now see how I'm buffing it out there? Trying to get rid of all those straight edges.
I love that. It's sort of creating a, like in photography, what are they, that vignette? Is that?
Yeah, that's the word, vignette. And I want to do this one and I want to do that one, but I can't do them till this is dry because then I'm going to be mussing about with what I've already got on there, and I'm really liking what I already got on there. Alright, now I'm going to go with one of the darker ones to show you something I think is a little bit different. I just have this idea. I don't know if it's going to work. This is straight out of the, you're seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, those Japanese maple leaves are so beautiful. Yeah, I like this one. So I helped Lisa with the coloring.
Look at that right there.
So I kept that dark on purpose because I figured that this would be a really cool way to use it. That was for me.
Yeah. Now we already have some lines going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that part of the stencil and I'm just going to repeat that so that I've got some vertical. I'm going to take it there off the page.
Because it's pretty dark.
But I think this is going to give it a ghosty kind of quality, I hope.
Now, one of the other things that you can use, like, so if you don't have the light and fluffy, but something to keep in mind, is you can use, like, the clear textured gesso, or even the impasto. I mean, Judy has been using the impasto for, like, all kinds of crazy, awesome texture stuff. One thing to keep in mind with using those types of media on inkjet printed pages is that it's gonna pull the color, but it might be really cool. The light and fluffy tends to just kind of stay in place, doesn't do too much to the actual inkjet ink. That's also one of the reasons we love it, because it's predictable in that fashion. They all do a little bit of, because there's moisture in the product itself. So there's going to be something that happens there no matter what. It also depends on the paper that you're printing on. This is our most favorite stuff. Now, actually, some of them, when I first, there was still that older, just the regular 20-pound copy paper stuff in the printer. So those tend to bleed out a lot more, so they absorb the water and the ink differently. So just some things. This is the 32-pound Hammer Mill color copy premium, the one with the parrot on it. There's links in our commonly used stuff. If you're part of our group, Mo added a document with our affiliate links, which are really awesome. If you want to use them, much
Mariah's
appreciated.
always saying, "Did you order from our affiliate link?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, Mariah, I can never find it. I don't know where it is. By the time I find it, I could have already ordered it and paid for it.
Yeah, see, she's not helping PM out.
Sorry. Oops, did you see what that did
She has a
there?
separate account, so I was like, you might as well. Oh, help us out.
And I do try, but now that Mo's got that there, I'm sure I'll use it a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay, this is kind of gilding the lily because what Lisa has here is just really beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think that this, if you want to, you know, kind of...
Layer. Creating depth, visual versus actual texture.
And you can use any kind of an edge of a stencil here. It doesn't have to be, you know, what we have. It's just that I really like the organic nature of this one. Now, that being said, I've used this one, and I put that away.
But how is it you have a couple of different ones there? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I like this one.
That's how I sell it in the shop.
For geometric.
That's how I sell it in the shop. I keep the little piece together. So if you'll put that back in the in the view of the camera.
Yeah.
Can you put that one back in the view of the camera?
This one?
No. Yes, that one. That's how I sell it. So that way you have both pieces. Yeah. Because you can, it comes with the missing window piece there. I don't know where she has that.
I don't know why we're not drying today. We're just not drying like a darn today.
Is it humid? We got some humidity.
I don't know. But here, I'll just go ahead and go off script for a minute here. And
there's really not a script. Sometimes there's sort of a script. Actually, I should check the notes. See, there's a little bit of one.
Yeah, I actually write things down, just not for, you know, any other purposes but to
like get it down
help
and
me remember.
Yeah.
Okay, now I don't like this one so much as the other one that has a little bit more of a, see, it's got more area here where I can go on and off.
So what you're saying is that I should change the one up in the shop and send people that one.
You need to give it a little bit more room there.
See, she's always creating work for me. I like that. I think I can do it. There should be plenty of area on the cut.
I see, look how cool that looks.
I like that.
I think it looks very cool.
Just creating a nice little frame there.
Yeah, a little, you know.
Yeah, so Robin at Creative Space, she had is it Liquitex modeling paste? I don't know if we've ever used Liquitex as modeling paste, and we've done a lot of them. We've done Golden.
I don't believe so.
We've done the US
Art Supply.
One other one too. The Finnabar.
Oh.
We're
and
not.
I'm not bad mouthing them because I may have just gotten a bad batch, but when I was getting down to the bottom of it,
it dried up.
It was solidified. It was like a mass, and I just had to take it out and, you know, throw it away. Now the other thing about these is I don't worry about cleaning them up too much, is because they're kind of like, you know, whatever.
That's what they're for. Like, she's not gonna be using them for much else.
No, it's not. Now that went too dark up there. You know why I'm not worried about that? Because I can come back in with my white. I can come back in with my coffee stuff here and go over the top of it.
Well, Robin, you're gonna have to let us know how you use it, and we'd love to see some examples. Show us in the group. We would really love that.
Yeah. We would. Now here's this one that I've been working on. I haven't added any coffee to it.
That's the one that I love and Carrie loves. And
haven't added any of this, and we'll just use this.
Give us some love in the chat. Yeah. You know, thumbs up.
I've already used this in a couple of places. Let's use something else.
Okay, Kylie. Yeah, she's just gonna hang out. She's not gonna be in the chat. She's going big screen.
She's going. Okay. All right. I'm gonna use this. This is Mariah's new little.
Oh, so all right. So Robin says she likes. So Robin's Creative Space, she likes the light and fluffy. Now that she has experienced it, I'm telling you, like and it was sort of a fluke thing because again, we were just doing one of our versus videos because we really wanted to know, like, what is the difference, and everybody calls these things, you know, modeling paste or this or that. Go ahead.
I really want to use this one because this little stencil here, if you don't have it.
Which one? Oh, Scripty.
Scripty.
She's mad that I called it Scribble, but you know, it's kind of Scripty. Scribble.
Yeah, it is, and it's really a wonderful.
comes in both like large and in an ATC size. The pattern is exactly the same as far as the size, but I did change it up ever so slightly for the ATC. But it's a great little one to have, again, for tags, ATCs, just to add a little bit of funkiness and kind of that asemic writing type look. That's really what I should have called it. Sort of. I don't know. It just has that funny mark making.
It does, and I just, you know, I really, you can tell I haven't cleaned it off. I haven't for a reason, is because, oh, that's kind of, really?
Really?
That was a big impact.
Well, that was a bombshell.
That's what our 4-year-old, she's right. Oh, that's her big thing. I don't know where she gets it from.
Well, I can tell you. It's a show. All right, I'm liking it.
See, isn't that nice?
So it's nice that you're kind of turning, circular motion. Keeping it, you know, the movement.
But the reason I'm leaving this on here is because of the delicate nature of some of those little cuts out there. It's really helping build up the stencil so it's not so flimsy and you don't get hooked under one of those.
Hey, and Lisa, that might be an idea on like how to create even more, you know, loft out of your stencils, is just start like layering texture paste on them, build that up, and then that way it's even thicker.
Yeah.
There you go. I'd like to see how that works. Might be able to do it.
Well, this already is, I can tell you right now.
It's thickened up.
And it's not boingy bendy, because see those little places right there?
But they're so...
Those catch.
But see, they're so wonderful,
This is what's nice about having a palette knife.
She was so excited to find that palette knife.
Scrape across them. Okay, I'm not worried about that. All right, let me see here. What do I have? Okay, one more. And then I promise I am going to get the gel lady.
Hey, Judy P. So she has chia seeds. I would not do that. Did you know that chia seeds will actually, like, they blow up and get gooey, like almost like
gelatin.
Gelatin.
But if you wanted to thicken your paste,
yeah, it might be a paste thickener.
yeah, but I would go ahead and solubilize them first. I don't know. But I
wouldn't use it for texture, because I don't think it's going to do what you want it to do. We just know about chia seeds. She's a chia seed freak.
Yeah.
She's a pusher of the chia seeds.
Hey,
now, how about this sweet little stencil?
How about this sweet little stencil? Here's its maiden voyage.
This is from our new stencil designer named Izzy.
Maiden voyage.
She drew some stars for me. And these are Izzy stars. I am going to probably...
We will make sure she gets a certain percentage
goes to her, you know, college fund or whatever.
Now look at that.
They may need a little work. I knew that they were going to be a little tricky, but trying to explain that to a 4-year-old, she's like, no, this is it. Like, so, because if I created some little breaks in them, it would actually hold
like a dragonfly.
Oh, it does look like a dragonfly.
There you go.
There you go.
You saw it here.
You saw it here.
I know I keep saying that. That's just so stupid. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave my paste on this.
Robin, she says that the organic stuff can attract bugs as well. Yes, that's probably true. Mold, bugs, you know.
Well, I used to have, when we did paper mache in junior high, I'd make them put a tablespoon of Lysol into their glue mixture, because after a while, I mean, you know, especially the boys, they're so nasty. You know, they never wash their hands, so after a while it would start reeking.
That's gross.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's free. No charge. Okay, I kind of want to come back.
I gotta shake that one out.
No, that's not quite dry. Okay, well, I want to use Mariah's stencil, but I just don't have anything right now.
Which one?
I want to use this one.
Oh, yeah, so this is the new, that's the smaller of the cups and bowls.
Oh, here, I've got something I can stencil that on. I actually have 2 things here. And I'm thinking the coffee's going to be okay. I don't know.
Yeah, so Robin from Robin Creative Space says that fine sand from Dollar Tree is cool for texture, blended in the paint, and whatever you use. Yes, brilliant.
Okay, I'm not even going to clean my thing off, and I'm going to try to get in here and get some of this so I can get a little...
That was the thing about the coffee thing, too, because even her coffee, like, just the coffee itself, got a little funky. But once it dries, you're good.
Yeah, I dry it out into...
But any moisture, it's going to do some weird things and get cheap.
Oh, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go. See, that was my... hopes and dreams for that little stencil. I like this. Where did this one come from with the blues and whatnot?
Well, that wasn't intentional.
No, this sheet, like with the
yeah,
circles and squares.
I had some of that, and I didn't want it on there, but it ended up in the mix.
Oh, Anne thinks she likes the Izzy stars. I think I'm gonna include that like in one big set of just, you know, some fun little stencils. It's something different. It's cute. I don't know. I love my baby.
Hey, you know, you know, it's one of those things that some days you want to strangle her,
Yes.
And then other days you're just like, oh my God, she's so cute.
She's so wonderful.
And that's the only reason that she is still alive, because I'll tell you what, we think that she has absconded with my
yeah, we have some missing paint.
a tube of my really shiny red paint.
She took my Pantone book the other day.
She had my brayer under the bed. You know, I thought I was really losing my mind.
I was getting worried about her, and then she was... But then I was cleaning up and found it. Anyway, so, okay, let's see. Hello, Becky. By the way, I saw you pop in there. Oh, multicolored paper with black paste on stencil. Make like the stained glass window effect. Yes, we have talked about that. We have talked about that.
And I can't dig it out at this point, but I do have...
Oh, yeah, the blue one that looks kind of like those scratch things.
The one
that
where
you
I
did
did the
with
metallic paper underneath?
Yeah, as a kid.
Oh, scratch art.
Yeah, scratch art.
I like it.
That was the one that you did on Felicia's paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Okay, now, I think that's starting to look really cool. At some point, I may bring in color.
Hey, and that actually might be good with Shibori. I always say that. I really seriously will get back to that journal someday. I'm just not. I'm collecting more things. That's what I gotta say. I don't know.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Well, last night. Okay.
Stencil butter. Are we ready for that?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
But I have to tell the story about the other stuff first. Okay, so I had this tube of paint, and I mean, I don't even think it's made anymore. It's like the brand of it. I wrote it down.
Oh, look at her making more notes. I love it.
It's by Craft Tint. It was cadmium red light 237, but the tube had one end of the tube where you
cracked.
And I was going to lose the whole thing, so I just squirted it out in this container because it was what I had at the time. I didn't have the little ones because it's really expensive paint, and to replace it would have been a lot. So what we did was we took the last little bit of U.S. Art Supply and Golden Light.
Yeah, because she had a little bit left in the...
And I don't have room for all of them down here, so we kind of...
Don't you get mad at me. I cleaned the lid. There we go.
It doesn't matter. It just happens.
She was giving me that look.
She didn't do a real bang-up job there, but we won't talk about that because I do that all the time.
I whipped that. And I whipped it good. I just didn't clean the lip.
Yes.
That good.
Yeah. You did good here.
Thanks.
Did good here, but I don't know what happened over here. We'll have to address that at another time.
I don't know either.
All right, so what stencil? This is the puzzle that's on here.
So if you didn't catch all of that, like, it's kind of a crazy mixture, and it's sort of a texture paste.
Yeah, it's right on the edge.
It's either like a heavy body paint.
Loosey-goosey. Here it goes. I haven't even tested it out because I did this last night, and I was
we were kind of done.
I was exhausted from all the cleaning.
Yeah. But this is a good lead into stencil butter.
This is a good lead because I may use some of that stencil butter on here.
Yeah, I think you need
just
to.
need to get this in another couple of places here.
Show.
Repetition is always
Repetition,
good.
repetition. See, check that out. See, this is our test of the stencil butters. Look at that shine and whatnot. And that's the puzzle. That's the puzzle.
I have a thing about 3.
She does. Not playing
And I know it's kind of obsessive compulsive.
She's okay with that.
You know, I'm okay with that. And I'm also trying to space this out so I can get my stencil butter on there without interrupting my other.
Yeah.
That,
well, it's going to be interesting to see how... I think that will dry pretty quick. I will say that what was on my hands after doing that dried pretty quickly.
So what I might do is go ahead and go to this other one and just start with the butter on it.
Yes, let's do some butter. Butter. Everybody, give us a... You know, chant.
We'll
butter, butter.
We will put this aside and let this sit over here and cure.
Okay, Becky. So, for those of you that kind of came in at this later part of the stream, we reached out to the Crafters Workshop, told them that we would love a larger, vat size of the texture paste. And they were very happy that we were so excited about it. Oh, see, this is and by the way, yes. All proceeds, all of our money goes to Izzy pretty much. It's either art supplies or Izzy. So no worries there.
And sometimes it's the same thing because she really loves.
Oh yeah, she loves some crayons.
That I ordered for us, but I didn't realize that they were for.
Anyway, about stencil butter, we're gonna get to that, but it is a product by the Crafters Workshop. They sent us I think every color. It feels like every color. We need to look. I hadn't had a chance.
Sorry about that.
This came in on Friday,
yeah.
By the way. So, it's not that I was ignoring it or anything like that, but we needed a little time to test out, and then we got cleaning and all that yesterday.
Yes. God knows cleaning interrupts. I'm going to go with hearts here.
Well, of course. I mean, this is Izzy's stencil. She
and
loved
red.
the fuchsia.
Oh, she would.
The fuchsia.
Pink is what I need.
Yes, the fuchsia.
Okay, I'm going to hand this to you. And
okay.
You have wipes over there. Can you clean that up so that doesn't do that again? That would be ever so helpful. Now, if I did her hearts in anything but hot pink, I would be in deep doo-doo. That's just,
Yeah.
Okay,
which I think is going to look really cool.
Well, I kind of like it because we've got this sort of grungy, icky,
street art type.
Street art thing. And then we're going to, incongruity, ambiguity are always good things to do. You know.
She's using the big words and rhyming.
Okay, so you had the street artists come along and do all this stuff, and then you had this little fairy princess following behind him, going, "I'm going to make some hearts here today, right over the top of your stuff."
Oh, we got a story, y'all. All right, I think you're kind of going heavy like you would with paste. Remember, this is butter. Gotta get your technique right for your various.
No, I do, but
yeah. Hey, that was pretty good.
Look, can you see
it?
Can
little
you see
blobby out there, but yeah, hold it up, hold it up. Don't go too crazy. Look at that.
But it's got a little loft to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we can't just have that in one spot, but we can change the color, and we can do a little bit.
Well, you can repeat color versus pattern.
Yes, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try a wipe off.
I don't know how to push this back down in there,
Well, if it's crusty bits, just get it off.
The genie back. No, this is gooey bits, but I'm just kind of trying to push it down enough that it's. I don't know. Yeah, this is not my area of expertise. Ooh. You're getting a little gooey.
It is a little gooey. But I don't know. I don't hate it because of the rest of the flavor of the whole thing.
One of the other cool things that we noticed with it is that, so I was just sort of cleaning up, and I had it on some of these cards, and I had just lifted it up, and it does the cool, what did you call that? What was the word? The like veiny looking.
Oh, yeah. Sort of a dendrite.
Yes.
Type thing. Yeah, and you see that really came under it a little bit. So my feeling about this is you take care which stencil you use. Let's go ahead and try some.
It worked brilliant. Like so the.
Did you show them the? Yeah.
Here, do you want to put it in the big, on the big?
Okay, now you can see this glooped out in a couple of places down here. But when I went really not nice and light, even coverage, didn't try to get too much on there. So this takes, it's a bit of a learning curve.
It's a little lighter hand, which P is, you know, she's got to adjust her,
yeah,
her pressure.
I know I'm kind of stomping on it when I should be tiptoeing.
She's going at it like
all right,
texture paste.
Here's a little tiptoe.
This is butter.
Little tiptoe.
And this is probably a very good stencil for it, because there's lots of area in between. I was calling this chicken and bunnies because it looks like little bunny tails and chicken feet. Oh, yes. See, that's cute. But I think I'll put all this in a set because it's all sort of cutesy. But sweet. Maybe that's what I call it, cutesy and sweet.
Well, I still, you know, it just totally depends on how you use it. It doesn't have to be
You can put it with the urban art.
Yeah.
Street art.
Follow behind your street artist and
put some fairy on that.
Slap a little fairy stuff on it.
Some bunnies and chickens.
Bunnies and chickens.
Art so mine.
I don't know why that little spot there's not wanting to cooperate.
I like that though.
I do
Just
too.
enough of a break. Oh, very Bansky. Look at that. All right, we'll take that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Banksy? Banksy.
Banksy.
There we go. Sorry, my brain went somewhere on that. Oh, they're butter, butter, butter. Mm-hmm.
Butter is better.
Oh, and our Robin's Creative Space, she loves threes.
Okay. Well, I only have 2 of each of those, so I've got to do something else.
Yes.
This is just not working.
Yeah,
I gotta
you're not keeping to your 3.
Find something else.
Oh, there's the.
Yeah, I think I can get some of the waves in here.
That looks kind of nice.
Pink waves.
Okay, can you push up? You're right at the edge.
Well,
there we go.
It's not a very good place for me to be anyway.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, this pink is
Pink.
Yeah.
It's fuchsia. It's magenta. Now you're just going with one little, I like that.
One little swipe. Okay, now we've got 3 of those.
Yes, now you need to go with orange.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take yellow.
And it's, what is the name of the yellow?
Gamboge.
Gamboge.
Take a little bit of that.
Carrie would like to see the jar. And I'll put links, I'll create some, hopefully affiliate links. I mean, if you guys want to use them, we're very appreciative of that.
There we go.
There, and I like that it kind of brought both a little bit of the pink in. They blend wonderfully.
They do.
Like you saw on that one, that like that was all done at with one stencil.
No, that kind of blocked out, but now I can go over it with black again.
That's more about the
I'm going to put it away now, and it's going to be one of those ones I'll bring it back next week, and we'll do something else to it.
They do dry pretty quickly. I mean, obviously, the thicker you put it on, the longer it takes, but it, you know, in an hour or so, I think.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Because here's some of the stuff that Izzy was making. Yeah. I helped her.
But anyway, we like the butter.
Yes, we love the butter. Oh, can you show some of the, show them up in the screen?
What?
The butters. They wanted to see the label and such.
Wow.
Oh, look at her moving. Oh, that could have been.
Yeah. Here, you might actually see the label on this because I haven't used it and smushed it up.
There you go. It's yummy stuff.
And we don't have we haven't any idea how much it costs. But
again, because I didn't even look it all up.
Usually the Crafters Workshop stuff is pretty reasonable.
That's actually one of the reasons we went with the light and fluffy to begin with, just to kind of, it was reasonably priced.
It was reasonably priced, and I mean, there's really not a big price break between it and the golden, but I'll tell you what, there is a big difference in the way it acts.
Yeah.
And even if the light and fluffy was a little bit more expensive than the golden at this point, I'd still.
Well, because the thing is, like, so in the instance where, like, how Lisa does her covers, she said it used to take her anywhere from 2 plus coats with the regular texture paste, whereas with the light and fluffy, you can get it done in one. So saving you time and material. A lot of, you know, with the light fluffy. Like that,
yeah,
a little bit goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way. Now this butter stuff, I would say this is the most successful one. When I started really pressing and pushing it around, the tighter your stencil,
the better.
The better. With the butter.
But again, I think that with the proper, like, once you kind of get a technique down with it, I bet you can get some cool stuff going with it and not get it bloppy.
Right.
That's my guess.
I'm guessing so too. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting
now
ready.
what? Now where are we at with things?
We're going to bring out the gel light.
Well, you got 30 mintes to
all right.
Enjoy your
There
plate.
we go. I always like to end up because then I can just carry on.
Carry on.
But I've got this great idea for this, and I really need.
Oh yeah, Carrie, I think that you would very much enjoy the stencil butter. The colors are totally like in your style of things. I could definitely see you doing some very cool stuff with the stencil butters.
Now I got to get rid of some of this stuff because I just once I start bringing out all of my
she needs the
other
pops.
stuff. Yeah, I just need to get rid of this.
So, well, we'll take this little moment to say, if you've enjoyed everything thus far, please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. We very much appreciate that. If you're watching on the replay, please leave us comments below. Oh, we do have another thing coming up I'm kind of excited about. We have another little scrap swap thing happening, and then we're going to do a little bit of a giveaway with it. Also to mention, Carrie is doing a giveaway thing for her 2,000 subscribers, but I'll let her, like, you know, go over to her channel, watch her last video. She'll kind of let you know about that. Give her some love. I know a lot of you guys that follow us follow her, so if you missed that last one, you definitely need to go over and watch that video. And Lisa's cover video, which is awesome. Judy just did a cool little mixed media project as well. Highly recommend watching that. Judy, turn on your closed captioning so I can watch late at night with Izzy. Just saying. If you don't know how, I'll tell you how to turn on your closed captioning, because I like to read. I had to do this, like, sneaky. I was sneaky watching and listening. So, let's see. Oh, hey, Fran on the edge. You missed the butter. We're going to the plate now.
Yeah, we are. Oh, hey, and you were, is that
Fran?
She's supposed to remind me of something.
What is she? Fran? What is butter, she says, I think. Butter, peanut butter?
No. That was not it, Fran.
What are you supposed to remind her of, Fran? I don't know. Okay, so Carrie says $28.51 on Amazon for UK set of 4. Oh, hey, that's not bad. So the 2-ounce bottles for a set of 4 is $28.51 on Amazon for in the UK.
Oh.
Pounds, right? Pounds? Yes.
Wow, that seems like kind of...
Or is that... Because they're not on Euro anymore, right? I don't know. I'm sorry. God, we're so dumb. Tell me.
Fran, you're a big disappointment.
Oh, wait. Hold on. She says... Yeah, she says no idea. All right, what was it? What's she...
The pink stuff.
The pink stuff. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with the pink stuff?
Well...
Are you going to gel plate
this
it?
is the one... somebody said, and then.
Oh, this is our
this
and
is
then.
the and thens.
Oh, no, our and thens were the squares.
Okay, but maybe
This
it's
is part of the
said,
squares.
what's next? Fran said, what's next?
What's next?
Okay, yeah, this is when I did the thing with,
Dun dun dun.
who was it? I forget which group. We did the
Oh,
tone
with
on
Kylie.
tone.
Yeah.
Okay, these are some of my,
Ooh, metallic.
fails.
Metallic is this week. Very excited about that, Kylie. We're going to do something.
We are.
And
We're
we do
gonna
some
be
shiny
on
stuff.
board with that, baby.
Especially with the stencil butter.
Okay, so here's this one. This is like,
She blopped out on the plate.
I don't know what happened there. I really, I do not know what happened. But, yeah, we're going to.
Okay, yes, they're pounds there. Okay, very good. So I see I sort of knew something.
Okay, I'm going to kind of, I want to keep it transparent because I want to see the stuff that's there.
And Robin, actually, they won't be able to drop links because unless you're a moderator, you can't drop links into the chat. But what I will do is I will come back afterwards. So if you guys want to just give me a little bit right after the live stream, I will come back in and add some of those links in the description area to the things that we talked about, like the stencil butters, light and fluffy. I think that light and fluffy is already there just from last week. And then what else? I think that's kind of it. And then over to our shops and things. Those links are definitely there, but I'll send you some direct ones as well. Yes, metallic. Very excited about that.
Boy, this plate's really dry.
Well, it's weird because things are drying so slowly, taste-wise, but
I just have to,
give it a second.
oomph it up a little
Oomph
bit.
it up.
Oomph it up.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah. Now that's starting to look good.
Is that the new purple?
No, this is the old purple.
That's number 5.
No, yes. Yes,
That you
ma'am.
just put
You
down
are
there?
correct. Uh-huh. Well, the problem is that I already had some other gunky
I was going to say,
stuff
because that
on it.
doesn't look like the, yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
already had some
Keep
stuff
in mind.
going on there.
There was leftover.
Leftovers. You know how leftovers are. Make you happy twice. Once when you put them away, and then once when you throw them away and keep yourself from dying.
She's trying to do the George
poisoning.
Carlin.
Yeah.
And she always asks me, who was that?
Which one of those guys was that?
Who did that? It's George Carlin.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty. And here she goes with her yellow and purple. That was last week's over in the Emporium. Was the right? Was
Yeah, and I'm kind of going off here on this because I want to get that yellow in that. Oh yeah. Now see, that's what I wanted to do in that tone on tone thing. So let's just bring in some yellow, yellow.
See, she's more of a complimentary kind of girl. She's not a tone on tone. I love some tone on tone. Some
Well,
nice
and I
bang.
really do like this one.
Yes.
And I learned later on that this one would still be okay because it was in the pink family.
Mm.
I was kind of disappointed because I thought that was a good one.
It's a good one.
Good one. All right, we're going to do something on top of this one because it's really...
Oh, Violet's getting her light and fluffy on Tuesday. Awesome. I hope you used our affiliate link, Violet.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay, I want...
P doesn't use them either. We discussed that earlier.
You know, I might need to pull this stuff off here.
Yeah.
This is the other thing. When you're doing your stenciling, and I am telling you what, these cheap...
Francis, make more maps.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
This cheap paint is the best thing in the world to pull the crud off your plate. I don't know, for whatever reason, it is just sticky as all get out. Look at that. Did you see that? Did you see it?
Did you see it?
Yes, sir.
That was a little much, but I guess not. No.
I don't
It just felt like it was. That's kind of a nice mix. That should be interesting.
It should be.
Should be.
I think those other marks on there.
Yes, that yellow did bring that one print to life. It really needed that bit of
Punched it
zippy,
up.
happy yellow.
It did.
Oh, look at you bringing things back in. I'm very proud of you. That was a very...
Well, I just
Aw,
happened to have it.
she had it right
handy
there.
here.
She's doing two things at once.
But I want to bring in the map, this one. But I want to show you something.
That's okay, Violet.
What did you
She
say?
gave a sad face. She's like, that's okay. We don't care. Ooh, now you still like left all that other stuff that was still there is still there. You got little bits of it.
I did.
That's
okay.
fine.
We'll just go with a little bit of good old
Yeah, Becky, I'll get you the links too. I'll send
Martha
those to you.
stuff here. And I'm going to use a little less paint because I think Mariah was right. I was a little heavy. I also still have some on there, so.
Yeah. That's going to be nice. I like that. Especially if it pulls it. You're going to get something cool there.
I am going to get something cool eventually. You know, when it comes off, it's when you don't want it.
Remember, you got 20 minutes.
Oh.
Took her 20 minutes to get that, you know, first good pull.
Oh, we got some of it coming.
You know what it was? It was because I think you were using that cheap paper. I remember
did the
that
very,
it was.
very last.
Oh,
I
it's
should
such
know
weird
better. But you
stuff.
know what? These are two
Yeah.
really pretty.
Yeah.
Even though we still got a lot of stuff on there,
It will come.
it will come. I'm running out of places to put.
Here, I'll come over and get to this stuff.
I don't know what to do because I'm afraid to put it down. Nothing's drying.
Oh yeah, these are. These are dry.
Are they drying?
Yeah.
Good. Good, good, good. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of this. I had some good luck with this yesterday.
Oh yeah, I think that's some good.
You know, it's such a... There's just that one place where it's... You've got just enough on there that you've made it sticky enough to actually do something with. And you know, I was going to get back to those ones that add more butter to them, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it today.
Well, or if you wanted to add butter to any of these, they are all dry. That is an option. And then, I don't know if you were going to do anything else to any of the Eco Dyed. Are you going to, you need to gel print that once you finally get that in working order.
Is it dry?
Oh, I would think so. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do
Here, I'm
want
going to put this right beside you so you don't have to.
Okay, I'm pulling from the top.
Oh, but look, it did pull up some of the pinks and purples. It usually doesn't do that, but I think because you went lightly with it.
Look at that.
So that was what I was kind of talking about. It's a little bit harder to see in the camera, but when you put that, any of it.
Well, you can still see we still have stuff out there. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. I have other gel plates.
Or you want to just flip it over?
Yeah, just flip it over. It's pretty good on the other side.
Oh, but then we're going to run into that
I don't like that.
whole
That
question
always
of
irks me when people-
what's where.
That's all right. We've got options. We've got options. You know, here, this would be interesting. I'll use this little 6x4. Because then I can isolate certain areas.
Okay, this is her 6x4. We cut this from the, and I say we because I actually cut it, from the 12x12. So she made a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but, you know, what, 2 5x7s and then a, what was it?
6x6.
We got 4 different, right?
6x8.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. What do you think?
No.
Mariah says no. I'm going to listen to her. I'm mixed up. I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to make each end feels like it belongs to the other.
There we go. I like that idea.
Why that silly.
Maybe use some of your greens and your purples.
Now here's Izzy's mixture. No, this is 300. This is 300.
Is that the new? No, that's not the new one because we just have that one called mauve.
Yeah. And I think it's on the card. I don't know where it went off to.
It's somewhere around here because I saw it yesterday. I'm loving that little purple there. Alright, we went a little blurry, but hopefully it'll catch back up once you flip back over. Maybe. We'll see. Ah, this is so weird today. What's going on with cameras and things? Oh, there we go.
Well, certainly it's not quite as plummy as I would really want it to be.
Now what I could do is come back in once it's dried and just spray it from the back and push some of that. What's cool about that is if you spray from the back side, it pushes the inkjet ink back up to the front. It's very interesting. I find that very interesting.
Mariah finds that very interesting.
I find that very interesting. Yes, that is one of Lisa's eco-dyed papers that I also helped with tweaking the fade to the purples and things with for her. Because I was like, that would be really cool. Can I do that? There we go. Those will be available. I think the purple ones she said she's putting up in her shop, but some are already there. And I'll put those links. I need to write that down.
Look at that.
Ooh.
It just
that's, yeah.
I mean, you can just, the reason I think that this is so interesting is because you can, even though, you know, it's not necessarily Lisa's vision of it, you can make these so much yours.
Yeah. It's a good base. I mean, and we always say that even about our printables. Like that's one of the reasons we do them in the patterns and the way that we do is because in hopes that people are going to come in and spray them and rustification and
tear them and
all that.
All that. All of the above.
All of the above. I don't know why. Oh, why? Here. I have this sneaking suspicion that has something to do with it.
Look at that.
Ooh. It just doesn't like it when you go like to that stark white and from the pattern to the stark white. It makes the camera go a little wonky.
Really?
That looks awesome.
Doesn't that look awesome?
Can you hold it up to the camera a bit more? Look at that. And see how some of those parts just pop back up? And it's really interesting because what happens is the ink from the inkjet gets reactivated with the little bit of moisture that's in the acrylic paints. I find this very interesting.
I find this very interesting. We will continue working on this.
Yeah.
Because I think this can be one of those ones, you know, because a lot of my others are very geometric. So now what I want to do is I want to come in and
add that.
Add another. Okay. All right. I have to do this just because I don't have the right plate here, but I don't care.
Yes. Maps. Fran keeps
maps.
Maps
Coming up.
Patricia, is there any chance you might do a session about making those lovely map shapes? Yes, she's going to do right now. I hope.
What is it?
The map sections. And it's because of our stencil.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
And it's from the square set.
Okay, I'm going to do this first. This first. And I'm not going to do that on my paper. I want to get, in order to get the lines, I need to take the...
Oh, yes, that last print that P did was on the Purple to Sages that Lisa just listed in her shop. And like I said, I will come back in. That will be one of the links that I drop in the description area of the video.
You really have to push on this one. You can see I missed out on some of the edges there. But I don't really care about that.
Heather, she's not going to be able to drop in links right now. We need to make somebody a moderator so they can go and pull links, like I said. Lisa, if you're up for that job next week, we'll show more of your papers.
How about that? Now, isn't that beautiful?
Ooh.
Okay. I just wanted to show that because I'm going to have a little bit of that left out here. Here we go. I want to do this darker blue. I'll tell you what, I went through my paints last night and I was looking.
Fran says no, not using a stencil. What were you guys talking about with maps?
I don't know. This is what I'm talking about, this.
Yeah, well.
Way
We'll
too
have
much
to, yeah.
paint.
Yeah, that was a lot. I was about to say, that was a lot.
Well, I'm
very
forgetting I'm on a smaller
But-
venue here.
That's funny.
I hate wasting.
It's like when you get your hair cut and you've had it cut a lot and then you start pouring out the same amount of shampoo and things.
Really?
Forgot about that haircut. Yeah, there you go. That was a good way to do it.
Okay, map.
See? Map. Is that it, Fran? She says no, not using a stencil. Maybe she didn't know that you'd use a stencil. Yeah, that blue, she mixed that another, that's the, she remixed. So
It
that
is
is
0230.
yes, 0230 from
And I
the mix
did-
guide.
I mixed it as close to its
Original as possible.
original as possible.
There you go.
Kind of nice because you can see what was there.
So she says Patricia pulled off a map like image and then immediately changed plates. Oh yeah, so that's that's the stencil.
This is it.
That's the map like stencil.
That's the map like stencil.
Available in our Etsy and on our website.
Yeah.
It's the squares.
Yeah, I'm going
set.
to see if I can,
One of the square sets. There are
Yeah.
a couple of square sets.
for sure.
For sure.
Okay. Got a little mushy stuff there. I'm hoping I can do this without disturbing my pattern. Because I'm not waiting for it to dry. I just don't have time for that.
Yeah, we only have 8 minutes.
Oh, see? There you go.
There you go.
Some of the stuff out of the way.
Or you may have to regroup with a friend and figure out exactly what it is. Did you do a flip-flop with it?
Maybe. I have done flip-flops.
What's this one gonna be? Still seem kind of, oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I was wondering if that was gonna happen. That's why I was like,
That's okay. Hey,
little
we-
bloppy.
we know what to do with that.
What do you do with that, P?
You come over here to your, whoa, and you grab a different color.
How different? Hey, you remember that
Contrast.
minty? You remember that? You remember? You remember
Remember.
that minty green that we used?
This is really not dry, but I'm gonna.
We used that this week to mix
what
those
I
colors
paint.
in the other video. That was that the Deco Art one? Minty green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Ooh. You are putting down paint like it's a 5x7.
There's always critics. It may take a couple pulls to get this off here, and I'm not doing it on my pink. I'm going to pull it on a different.
Well, you have to come back and send us a screenshot, Fran.
Okay, we're getting some of it.
Yeah, I see it on the plate there. There's something good happening. We might be able to get it in 6 minutes. I don't know. Stay tuned, y'all. Ooh. How about that? Is that it, Fran? Are we close?
Close. Okay, I don't.
Now, can you, all right, I'm hoping that in this, and don't go crazy with your paints, but will you do one again with the first squares, then that square? Because remember you wanted to do that whole business. Yeah, that sort of business.
This sort of business, but with squares.
The other, yes, on top of that.
Okay. Let's go with a whole different color palette. I'm kind of tired of all this happy slappy crap here.
Stuff.
Okay. Moving into the browns.
We're going to close this up with some brown. I do like this brown. It's a warm. This is you know, if brown's happy, this is, you know, brown's happy friend.
Brown's happy friend.
Robin's Cribs, this is, I'm new and I have no idea what the map is, but it sounds interesting. It does to us as well. And Fran, we're just giving you a hard time. Hope you do, you know, we're doing it with love.
Yes. Okay, flip that baby off.
There we go. Flip.
Okay, did I go this way?
I don't know.
Okay, Mariah, you're supposed to be.
Hey, I'm multitasking over here.
Hey, you know what? If it's a little bit off, sometimes
Yeah,
it's a
good.
little bit more interesting anyway. Just saying.
That's our philosophy.
There we go.
How about that?
And we have all that mucky muck from the other one. We still have a little mucky muck left out there.
Yeah.
And that was a good color. I like that. I like this gold.
Oh, Heather, she knew which one Fran was referring to. Well, you'll have to send us a screenshot. She knows how to do that. She sent it to us before. Remember when Fran was like, "Hey, how did you make this?" She sent us the screenshot.
Okay, here's some kind of purple stuff.
Purpley brown.
Purpley brown. It's going to look nice next to this yellow.
Is that the new one that you mixed too?
No, this is one that has kind of metallic stuff in it.
Yeah, from the eyeshadow. Right?
I'm not really sure. This may be some of the...
Oh. Well, that's
No worries,
fine.
no worries.
I was gonna say, why didn't you just leave that in there? That's fine.
Oh, I got plans, Mariah.
Oh, she's got plans. Oh, Robin says, okay, Fran, I think it was the one with the texture paste edge, a curvy edge. It showed up when we pulled the print. So on the ones that we did of Lisa's eco-dyed paper, and it had the edge of the paste on it.
Oh.
So maybe that showed up looking more map-like than we keyed in on.
Oh.
Is that what we're talking about? Okay, hold on. It came in crazy. Flip it over real quick and then flip it back. Or there. There we go. Ish. Is that the one? Give her a second, because we'll have a lag. Mucky muck. Yes, that is a term that we've decided that we're probably going to make, like, over on our blog, a PM Artist Studio terms and things that we use and some of our funnies.
Am I done through with this?
Maybe. Okay, well, we've held it up there long enough. Hopefully that, you know, tell us yay or nay on that one. Somebody give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Or sometimes Izzy does this. It's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Not, you know, it's not terrible. It's not great.
Man, that looks awesome, though. That pull?
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
If you would look
I
up,
love that stencil.
if you would look up this formula,
Which one is that number?
this is 20E.
There you go. Oh, you can just shoot it with it. So I think what Fran had actually done is she had it playing on her TV or whatever, and then she took a picture with her phone. That also works as a screenshot. If you guys want to send us screenshots, that's cool. We're good with that.
Now, on these stencils that have little fine lines on them, you have got, I know I already said this, and the reason I keep saying is because I forget. You've got to really push your paper until you can really feel that stencil underneath the tips of your fingers to make sure it squeezes in every one of those little places. Or you can have gappy places, which, you know, I mean.
And hopefully you guys are still catching that even though it's all blurry, because as soon as she flips it over and it catches the image, then, you know, we'll be back in frame. Hopefully.
Okay, see what happened there?
I don't know why it's being so weird today. Lighting.
That's all right, because we're going to come back
Ooh.
in. companion pieces.
Okay, hold on, slow down, because you were just freaking it out. I think it's got to be the light. I don't know. It's coming back in, maybe. Or hold it up. There we go. See, look at that. Holy cow. Now it's focused in. Now just come down slow. Awesome.
Okay.
Those look really cool.
Now, I'm not done yet.
And I love that purpley brown.
Yeah, isn't that lovely? Oh, guess
see?
who's home?
And it's also 12 o'clock, so if
Okay,
you want to do
one
one
last
last
pull.
one, she always says one last one.
One last one. Because I have something to that I hope shows up here. Hope, hope, hope. Oh, see, we still have a little stuff left on there.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Even brighter.
Now, if some of you guys popped in and haven't liked the stream, please do that. Or if you're back and watching the replay and you've just kind of hopped to this point in time, we would love it if you gave us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think. If you have some ideas or whatever, be a part of our Facebook, the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists. Links are below. I will come back in, add a lot of those other links that we talked about in the stream today as well. Let's see, what else? We have people arriving at home because, you know, people are ready to... Oh, hi. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, Mommy. I got you.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it wasn't a doll.
It wasn't, was it?
It was just a record.
Okay.
I got actually 2 things. I'm
All right.
sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Here, you want to say
Bye.
hi?
Mariah, can you tell if this is this good?
That looks awesome.
Daddy said, open the Nana prize with you and open the LOL prize with Daddy.
Okay, you want to say hi? Everyone?
Hi.
Do you want to tell them thanks for watching PM Artist Studio?
Thank you for watching PM Artist Studio.
We'll see you next week. They saw your stencils. All right, guys. We will see you next week, same time, same place. If not, we'll see you during. We'll see you in the Facebook group during the week. All right. You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.